Nestled along the south shore of Kluane Lake, at historic mile 1093 of the Alaska Highway, is a small but deeply significant community in Canada's Yukon Territory, Burwash Landing. It may be small in size, but its story stretches back thousands of years. Long before highways, trading posts, or modern borders, this land was home to the Southern Tutchone people. For thousands of years, Southern Tutchone families lived, hunted, fished and gathered throughout the Kluane Lake region. The area we now call Burwash Landing was traditionally a seasonal summer camp, a gathering place tied to the rhythms of the land and the seasons. Movement wasn't random, it was knowledge-based, intentional, and deeply connected to survival, culture and community. In the early 1900s, change arrived. Around 1904, European-Canadian traders Louis and Eugene Jacot established a trading post at the site. It became a supply hub for miners and trappers working in the region and marked the beginning of more permanent settlement. The community was named Burwash Landing after Lachlan Burwash, the local mining recorder who registered mineral claims in the area. As trade increased, some Southern Tutchone families began living here year-round rather than seasonally, blending traditional ways of life with the realities of a changing north. One of the biggest turning points came during World War II. In the early 1940s, Allied forces built the Alaska Highway, connecting the continental United States to Alaska. When the highway reached Burwash Landing, it brought new traffic, commerce, and visibility to the community. Just a few years later, in 1944, Our Lady of the Rosary Mission Church was built, one of the first churches along the new highway north of Whitehorse. Over the decades, Burwash Landing grew into a modest but important service stop along the Alaska Highway. At different times, it has included a gas station, a post office, a community hall, a laundromat, and other essential services. It's also home to a quirky Yukon landmark, the world's largest gold pan, celebrating the region's mining history. Another cultural anchor is the Kluane Museum of Natural History, which showcases Indigenous artifacts, Yukon wildlife, minerals, and the natural history of the region, helping preserve and share local knowledge. In February 2004, the Kluane First Nation signed a landmark land claim and self-government agreement. Today, Burwash Landing serves as the administrative centre of the Kluane First Nation government. The population remains small, typically just a few dozen people, most of whom are First Nation citizens or descendants of the original Southern Tutchone inhabitants. Modern community initiatives focus on revitalising the Southern Tutchone language, strengthening cultural education, and supporting local services and infrastructure. Looking forward, Burwash Landing continues to invest in its future. A major project underway is the development of a new school called Kêts'ádań, meaning House of Learning. The school is designed to reflect local language, culture, and values. New housing projects are also being built to support teachers, staff, and sustainable community growth. Location: Historic Mile 1093, Alaska Highway, Yukon, Canada. On Kluane Lake, yes, one of the largest lakes in the Yukon. Population: typically several dozen residents. Cultural roots: Southern Tutchone First Nations. Burwash Landing isn't just a dot on a map. It's a place where ancient knowledge, lived history, and modern self-determination come together. A living community shaped by the land, the lake, and the people who have always called it home.